Getting your dog to stop begging for food requires patience, consistency, and a clear understanding of canine behavior. Begging can be a challenging habit to break, especially if it has been inadvertently encouraged in the past. Here are some effective strategies to help modify your dog's behavior. Understand the cause. Dogs typically beg for food because they've learned that this behavior gets them what they want, food. It's crucial to understand that even giving in once can reinforce the begging behavior. Consistent rules. Everyone in the household must be on the same page. If one person feeds the dog from the table and another does not, it sends mixed signals. Establish a household rule that the dog is not to be fed from the table or during human meal times. Training commands. Teach your dog basic commands like sit and stay. These commands can be used to keep your dog away from the dining area during meal times. Training sessions should be consistent and rewards-based, encouraging positive behavior. Feeding schedule. Stick to a regular feeding schedule for your dog. If they know they will be fed at certain times, they are less likely to beg for food at other times. Separate eating areas. Feed your dog in a separate area from where the family eats. This helps create a clear distinction between their eating space and yours. Ignore begging behavior. Do not acknowledge begging behavior. No talking, petting, or even eye contact. Any form of attention can be interpreted as a reward. Reward good behavior. Instead of responding to begging, reward your dog when they display good behavior during your meal times. If they lie down quietly away from the table, offer them a treat after you finish eating. Use a barrier. If your dog is persistent, consider using a barrier like a baby gate to keep them out of the dining room during meals. This can also be useful as a temporary measure while training. Provide distractions. Give your dog a toy or a puzzle feeder to keep them occupied while you are eating. This redirects their focus away from your food. Avoid feeding table scraps. Refrain from giving your dog leftovers from your plate. If you want to give them something from your meal, put it in their bowl and use it as part of their regular feeding. Regular exercise. Ensure your dog is getting enough physical and mental exercise. A well-exercised dog is less likely to engage in attention-seeking behaviors like begging. Check for underlying issues. In some cases, begging can be a sign of nutritional deficiencies or health problems. If your dog's begging behavior is accompanied by other signs like weight loss or changes in appetite, consult a veterinarian. Practice patience. Remember that changing behavior takes time. Be patient and consistent in your approach. Keep food out of reach. Ensure that food is not left unattended where your dog can reach it. This also applies to kitchen counters and tables. Teach leave it command. This command is useful in teaching your dog to ignore food that is not meant for them. Positive reinforcement. Use positive reinforcement techniques such as treats, praise, or play to reward your dog for obeying commands and displaying good behavior during meal times. Manage the environment. During meal times, manage the environment to set your dog up for success. This may include crating them or using a playpen to keep them contained and comfortable while you eat. Consistent mealtime routine. Establish a consistent routine around your meal times. Dogs thrive on routine, and a predictable schedule can reduce anxiety and begging behaviors. Be a strong leader. Dogs look to their owners for guidance. Establishing yourself as the pack leader can help in managing various behavioral issues, including begging. Avoid reinforcing the behavior. Sometimes, without realizing it, we might reinforce begging by giving in to those pleading eyes. It's important to recognize and stop these inadvertent rewards. If you've been giving your dog treats to quiet them when they beg, try to stop this immediately. This only teaches them that begging leads to rewards. Provide adequate nutrition. Ensure that your dog's diet is fulfilling all their nutritional needs. A dog that is well fed and receiving all the necessary nutrients is less likely to beg for food. If you're unsure about their diet, consult with a veterinarian. Mealtime is quiet time. Train your dog to understand that human mealtime is not an interactive time for them. You can use this time to encourage independent play or rest in their bed or crate. Professional training classes. If the begging behavior is persistent and difficult to manage, consider enrolling your dog in professional training classes. A certified dog trainer can provide more personalized strategies and training techniques. Health check. In some cases, excessive begging can be linked to health issues like diabetes or digestive problems. If your dog's begging is accompanied by symptoms like excessive thirst, weight loss, or changes in appetite, a vet checkup is advisable. Crate training. If your dog is crate trained, use the crate as a safe, comfortable space for them during meal times. This prevents begging and reinforces that mealtime is a calm, quiet period. Lead by example. If you have multiple pets, ensure that all of them follow the no begging rule. Dogs often learn behaviors from each other, both good and bad. Training should be fun. Make training sessions enjoyable. Use games and favorite treats to make learning not to beg a positive experience for your dog. Avoid table snacks. If you're in the habit of snacking while watching TV or sitting at the table, try to avoid feeding your dog from your snack. Consistency is key in training your dog not to beg, no matter where you are eating. Mind the body language. Be mindful of your body language when eating. Avoid eye contact with your dog while they are exhibiting begging behavior, as even this can be seen as a form of attention. Stay calm. If your dog starts begging, stay calm. Don't yell or punish them, as this can create anxiety, which may exacerbate the problem. Encourage independent behavior. Encourage your dog to be independent. Having their own toys and comfortable resting areas helps them to stay occupied and content without needing constant attention. Work on basic obedience. General obedience training can help with begging as well. A well-trained dog is easier to manage and more likely to respond to your commands. Be realistic and patient. Remember, it takes time to change behavior, especially if it has been a part of your dog's routine for a while. Be patient and realistic in your expectations. Reward quiet behavior. If your dog stays quiet and doesn't beg during your meal, reward them afterward with a treat or affection. This reinforces the behavior you want to see. Set boundaries. Teach your dog that the kitchen or dining area is off limits during human meal times. You can use baby gates or other barriers if necessary. Engage them before your meal. Before sitting down for your meal, engage your dog in a play session or take them for a walk. This way, they are likely to be tired and less interested in begging at the table. By implementing these strategies, you can effectively train your dog to stop begging for food. Remember that every dog is different, and what works for one may not work for another. It's about finding the right combination of techniques that work for your dog, and being consistent with them. With time and patience, your dog can learn to stop begging and enjoy their meals and treats separately from yours.